Okay, what is going on, guys? Prince of Wales here, and we are over here on Twitter.com. You probably won't be seeing this, there's most likely going to be like FGO gameplay in the background, but I made a tweet a couple days ago because we finally reached 600 followers on Twitter.com. Go follow me there, the link is in the description. Twitter.com/PrinceofGong. So I said I would make a Q&A video on YouTube after reaching 600 followers, and I got to 600 followers, so here we are. I asked you guys for a bunch of questions, you gave me a bunch of questions, so we're just gonna go through them. So the first question is from Bedivier's Handholder, and they ask, thoughts on this image? Now, this image is very interesting, I would say. So first thought is that it's interesting. So considering priesthood, and that's Ash Ketchum on Kirei's body, as it looks like it, with like a white robe on. It's got the Pokemon Go logo, and you gotta go, believe, belong, and become. So I'm assuming this is like Sunday school, or maybe you're training to become a priest. That's what it looks like. So I don't know, I think my first thoughts, interesting. I'm scared, I'm confused, and I need to look at those exam dates over there because I may consider, because Kirei's pretty cool. Okay, next question. This is also from Bedivier's Handholder. Favorite/least favorite servant class. Okay, so I would say my favorite class is probably caster. 1, Shengon is a caster, so that's bonus points right there. And 2, I think, besides just being OP, like I'm talking about the support casters here, aside from being OP, I feel like their biggest thing is that they make so much more accessible in the game. Like, you can push servants to their absolute maximum potential, which I like to do. It's kind of, I don't know, I like min-maxing things in my gacha games, so having casters is always good. I feel like they just make the game easier and also more complex at the same time, which I like that. So my least favorite class, this is very easy. There's one class that I don't hate any class except for this one class, and that is Assassin. Assassins are trash. There are like 2 good assassins in the game. Don't at me. Like Kama and Kichi Hogan are like the pinnacle of assassin, and then the rest are just kind of really mid. A lot of them are super niche. They have a 0.9% attack modifier, or a 0.9 attack modifier, so they're going to be doing less damage for no reason. Most of the decks are weird. They have weird kits. They don't really work well. I feel like just a lot of the assassins in the game need buffs to be good, and that just detracts from the class as a whole. I think maybe a runner-up, maybe like second least favorite class is probably Foreigner, but sorry, not Foreigner. Moon Cancer. I hate Moon Cancers. Like, the servants in the Moon Cancer class are really good, but the class itself, it's like, it sucks. You're only like advantageous against Avengers, and yeah, how many Avengers are you gonna be fighting in the game? So I don't know. Assassin is definitely my least favorite by far, though. Okay, next question, also from Bedivier's Handholder. Favorite animal. So I don't really think about my favorite animal all the time. Like, I don't really have a favorite animal, but if I could just name an animal off the first one that comes to my mind, it would be a king penguin. Now, I don't know why I really I think it's more that I feel like I can relate to them, even though I have no idea what's going inside of a king penguin's head. But I feel like just because they're like one step down from an emperor penguin, they have like super high egos for no reason. So, and that's me, I have a super high ego for no reason. So I feel like I, in my own little universe, relate to king penguins. So yeah, there's that. I'm weird. Okay, get over it. Okay, this one is from that Kanao Simp on Twitter. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I suck at pronouncing things. So they asked, if you had $100,000, what would you do first? Now, the literal first thing that I would do is pull Karen, because I I'm recording this before I do my final summons for Karen, and I don't know, I'm assuming I don't have her still. I'm assuming that. So if I was just given $100,000, I would pull Karen. And then after that, I'd probably just, I don't know, pay for college after that. And then retire. Yeah, I'd retire with 100 grand. I'm kidding. Yeah, but I'd probably pay for college. And then give the rest back to my family. But definitely I'd pull Karen first. Knowing my luck, I probably wouldn't even pull Karen in 100 grand. Okay, this next question is from Ace, the boy Technace. I'll have his YouTube channel linked in the description. Go sub to him. He's close to 300. What are your future goals on YouTube and Twitter, and how do you think you will pursue them? So, Twitter, I don't really have any goals for Twitter. It's more like if I'm close to another milestone, I'll be like, hey, gas. But I feel like Twitter is more of a place where I can just say whatever I want and then make jokes and like simp for Shengong. So there's no really goal for Twitter. It's more just I'm a crazy guy. And then YouTube. So YouTube like started out as just a way for me to be able to post my videos of Castoria, like getting people to loop. You can like scroll down and all my first videos are just Castoria plus blank, Castoria plus blank, Castoria plus blank. And I originally posted those on Twitter, but some of them were just too long for Twitter because Twitter has a dumb like time limit. So I was like, okay, if I can't post them on Twitter, I'll just post them on YouTube and then link them on Twitter. So that was my workaround for that. And then people started subscribing and I was like, okay, maybe I'll actually like put some effort into these videos. And so yeah, that's where we are now, and I'm very close to 100 subs, and I would say that that's probably my first goal, is to get to 100 subs. And I feel like to pursue that goal, I would need to maybe upload more. Like, I upload very sporadically, and I don't really have a set schedule, so I probably have to implement a schedule and upload more. Yeah, it's just the struggle doing FGO content is that there isn't that much enjoyable content to watch. So like you have to wait like a couple weeks for the next challenge quest to drop, and then years for the next story to drop. So yeah, I will definitely try to upload more. I'm also doing Twitch now, and Twitch is just, I guess, the lazy man's YouTube. So I can just stream and do whatever I want, and I'm definitely focusing on that a lot more than I should be right now, but yeah, go follow me there. The link is also in the description. We're closing in on 50 followers, so we can get that sweet affiliate. So, next question, and this is from Archit Sahai. I've never really said that name out loud until now, so I probably completely butchered it. But he sent me a math problem, and so let's just see it here. X equals r cosine theta, y equals r sine theta. Prove that r d squared u dr d theta minus du d theta equals xy, and then all this is in parentheses, d squared u dx minus d squared u dy squared minus x squared minus y squared times d squared u dx dy equals 0. So I have to prove that equals 0. Now there's a trick to these questions, and so you see how it says prove that this equals that? It says it right there. It says that equals that. So there's your proof. Done. Easy. Math is so easy. Next question. This is from the Mazda. What is the biggest mistake you made as a new player in FGO? So there are two that like instantly come to mind. One is not that bad. It's more of just, okay, who cares? It's So when I first started and I had like all my new servants, when you go to the ascension area, like you had the option to use your like free ascension thing, which basically it's not an NA yet, but it's coming soon. You get your unit up to max ascension for free. And I didn't know what it was because I was playing JP, can't read anything on there. Yeah, I can't speak Japanese. And so I just pressed like accept or something, and then it shot my Summer Okita up to max ascension. And at that time I didn't have my Musashi ascended at all. So that was a pretty big blunder. I could have used it on Musashi and had a much easier time with early game. But yeah, it doesn't really affect me now because like I can easily ascend servants, but it was definitely a big deal in the beginning. So this is probably like my biggest mistake. Like, it's horrible, honestly. It's so laughable. I accidentally fed a Chiron dupe that I had as XP by accident because I didn't like lock them or something, and I burnt him into another. I fed him into another servant. So yeah, don't do that unless you're a whale and you have him at MP5. Don't do that. And even if you do, it's better to have a rare prism than like 20 XP. So yeah, that's probably my biggest mistake I've ever made as a new player. Okay, this one is from Kaz. He asks, how are you introduced to Fate and FGO? So I was introduced to Fate Grand Order before the Fate series. I mean, I always knew what Fate was, but I never really bothered with it until I saw an ad or maybe it was an ad, maybe it was like a tweet from someone, but it was pertaining to like the Summer 1 event on NA with Squirtoria. And being the simp that I am, I was like, oh wow, she's pretty cute, so let me just download this game and roll for her. And I re-rolled like 10 times, and you know how re-rolling is on FGO, like it's impossible because it takes so long to get any kind of currency, especially as a new player. So that was like a good, I don't know, 500,000 hours of my life, and I didn't get anything, so I was like, oh my god, this game sucks, I'm deleting it forever and never playing it again. And then a couple years later, I saw, like, everyone was tweeting about Summer Musashi, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll give this game another try. And so, on my first I think it was like my first time downloading JP, and I was struggling to get that Musashi, and on my last single summon that I was gonna do, I was just sitting there, I was like so depressed because I didn't get her in like the 2 multis that I did or something, which, I mean, that's nothing now, I know that that's nothing. And the final single that I was going to do in that game before deleting it, I actually pulled her, which is why I'm still playing the game today. So if I didn't pull her in that kind of re-roll arc, I wouldn't be here today. And then after I kind of got sucked into the game, I was like, okay, this is a pretty sick game. And then I was like, okay, let me check out the rest of the Fate series, and then I just kind of went from there. Okay, next question. This is from Supane. He asks, can we collab? Yeah, sure. If you want to, I don't know, hit me up with any game that you want to play with me, maybe we could collab. That'd be nice. I guess that's another way I could try to bolster my subscriber count, is do more collabs with people, and I think that could be interesting. Okay, next question, also from Supane. Can you give me a shout out? Yeah, shout out to Supane. There you go. Asked and answered. Okay, this question is from V. Dondre. He asks, how did you get so cool? So the first step in getting cool is you need to download Fate Grand Order, not the NA version, the JP version. And yeah, and then you need to get Shengang to level 100. That's what you do. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever really done one of these videos before, but if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, do all that stuff. And I hope this helped you get to know me a little bit. And I'm Prince of Wales, signing off.